Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the IGR podcast. It's your boy Jay Danzy. I'm here with Chase Joseph. What's up,
Hey,
dude?
how everybody doing? What's up, man? What's good, Jay?
What's up? I'm good, dude. Chilling, doing my damn thing. Um,
Yeah.
so before we get started, guys, of course, always shout out to Vision Apparel. Law, he does our beats, and you can visit Law at Timmy Turner. Visit Vision Apparel, visionapparel.com. Also on Instagram. But yeah, so guys, Chase, just a little intro for Chase. I met him in high school. Played basketball together. Saw him here and there. Did you play football with us?
Yeah, I was on the team. Yeah,
He
senior
did.
year.
Senior year.
Yeah.
Yes, you did play football with us. You did play football with us. Yeah, so he's always been a really cool dude. Always got a smile on, great demeanor. So yeah, recently graduated, so big ups. From Virginia State, HBCU, engineering degree. So what's up, dude? What's going on? What's on your mind? How are you? Whew.
Good, man. Just getting everything in order for my next move. I mean, things is kind of crazy right now, but I'm making it work while I'm still home.
Dude. I mean, so how does it feel like graduating in this time of like uncertainty? Like you saying that you have a job lined up, like how are you able to keep that intact during everything?
I mean, it's actually kind of crazy because it's like you didn't get the ending that you wanted to your college career, so it's like everything just abrupt. Um, I'm glad that I secured something before at a conference before all this took place. So I'm blessed for that. But really, I just been staying in contact with my job, my manager, just to make sure everything's still straight. For when I moved down to Virginia, really, it's all about it's really going to be like remote. So I'm not even sure how the workforce is going to look in the next 5 years because a lot of people's not going to be comfortable being in that setting just after this, regardless of the vaccine.
Straight up. I think this is like the new normal though. Like this is it. Like you come in 1 day or 2 days, you work the other 3 days, you know what I mean? Like I think this is it. I bangs with it though.
I mean, yeah. Like certain things you want to experience face to face. Like I don't want to get thrown into the fire right now. Like really just not that I'm nervous to start a new job, it's just I want to actually see what I'm doing before y'all give me an assignment and I'm sitting at home trying to figure it out, But then I mean,
go ahead.
Oh no, like my friend, he's working for NetApp. He actually has his job is 100% remote now, like out the gate. So now,
is that is that tech though? Or what is that? Is that
tech? Yeah, NetApp. Yeah, it's like he's going to be working in like the cloud and stuff like that.
Oh, so he don't even really need to be there. But I do see the value in what you're saying. Like just to be in the office around people, like that's a whole different game too. Definitely that company culture. Damn. So what made you want to like do engineering? Because like the way I look at it, like there's not a ton of black engineers that I know, So like when I look at you, I'm like, damn, like that's really something to be. It's sort of like a doctor. I guess like, damn, dude, like your mind is working in a different way that a lot of people aren't. So like, what made you want to do that?
Well, I really wanted to teach actually. Like I had a call in to like the technical side of things. I always wanted to like play and dabble in like mechanical engineering, but truthfully, when I go into college, I wanted to be a history teacher. So after like talking with my
fuck,
yeah, it's two sides. Talking to my dad, he was like, I mean, like money's not everything, but you can always teach, but you should probably try and do something that
teach on the back end, bro.
Right. And I mean, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot or whatever, So I went to mechanical engineering and ended up falling in love with it, and now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I kind of gave into to the one side. It was like I was deciding, but it was like I feel like I made the right choice to stick with the technical side.
I definitely think your pockets will thank you in the future.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
For
definitely,
sure.
definitely will.
I'm just saying,
I'm
because
just
I mean,
glad
you
that
could definitely. Huh?
yeah. No, like I'm glad I didn't just make the choice based off of the money though. Like I didn't want to do something for 50 years and not enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh.
I mean, but
Mm.
the money's also always good. But if you're not happy,
Being like,
yes,
right. Hey, don't be humble with it,
yeah.
baby. You can be making bank, dog. God bless you. So so just to like sort of I just want to know, like, so what exactly, like what part, like a civil engineer, like what exactly are you going to be doing for
I'm
your job? I don't know.
so I'm gonna be working for Northrop Grumman as a mechanical design engineer. So I'm really just gonna be running like analysis and different tests on whatever project that they have. I'm currently applying for a security clearance because it is a defense company. So I'm gonna be working under like government contracts. I should be.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
dope, dude.
Yeah.
So like,
Appreciate
so
it.
like, so like, don't leave your computer around at home because we might hack Trump.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's like no. So I wanna move into like school. So you chose to go to Virginia State University, which is a D1 school, right, and also an HBCU.
Yeah.
So what made you choose that school? What made you choose the HBCU in general?
Um, since I know you're familiar with like Miss Perkins, like Say Yes and all that.
Yeah, New Hope,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, New Hope. So I went on like HBCU college tours every year from when I was in like 7th grade. So it was just I always wanted to go to an HBCU.
Yeah.
You remember them? Yeah, you remember them trips,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I went on one. I went on one, and then I did something else the next summer. But I know there was a couple kids like you, and I think was it Marvin or Messiah? It was somebody, but they went on like a few of them, and I just was like,
Yeah, like
damn, like yeah.
it was. Yeah, Miss Perkins definitely like karate, but like nah, y'all going
Nah, for real though,
like,
for real. That's
so
dope.
I
Yeah,
mean
that
like
was great trips. Mm-hmm.
yeah, for real. And I mean like I don't know, like someone who is like being raised in Danbury, like it's really diverse. You get to see a lot of different walks of life here. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm sure just like you and me, we were raised to be comfortable in our blackness already, you know what I'm saying? So we know how to maneuver through different cultures, but we also are very secure in ours. But you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But and sometimes we find ourselves like going to like Denver High, so you still got to speak up for things that are wrong, like having to
Mm-hmm.
explain why this isn't how y'all supposed to be acting. You know what I'm saying? I felt like
Yeah.
going to HBCU on HBCU kind of gave me that the opportunity to kind of be around other people that had that mindset and kind of give me an opportunity to kind of explore my own ideas, not always feeling obligated to speak up for like saying like, okay, yeah, I don't think that you came at. I
Oh.
wanted to feel represented. You know what I'm saying? Feel
I see what you,
represented.
okay. I see what you mean. You felt comfortable in being in a place where you weren't the black kid really. You were just someone else. You were just another
Yeah, like
person there. And then
yeah, like
that
and
gave you the
explore.
freedom to explore who you just are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
that's
cause
beautiful.
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say when I walk across the stage in 2016 I was thinking like that, but like when you sit back in your dorm, you're thinking like, wow, yeah, I made the right choice. You know what I'm saying?
That was deep though. That makes sense. Cause like to be honest, like let me be very honest, I didn't look at it that way. Like I
Mm,
looked at it as um grew up in a very diverse place. I'm from an extremely diverse background, like, you know, like what's in my blood. So it's like
yeah,
I grew up with these different things. I went to school with these different things. So why would I want to go to a school where everyone looks the same? Like, is it going to be a monoculture? You know what I mean? Is it going to
mm,
be just like one source of thought? And of course, my opinion has changed in that. I've talked to you. I've talked to different other people, and I've also
yeah,
visited. So like it wasn't bad anyway, but like I didn't even look at it in terms of you're just someone like it's a very comfortable place. Wow.
yeah. It's like kind of like you heard like steel sharpen steel. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody here, it's like we're
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? Not like it's like everybody here know, like we know where we came from. We know what we need to do. We know like the different struggles that we have to go through. So going to that HBCU is more of focusing on coming out in that 4 years and being the best you. It's like you already know you're already confident in yourself and your blackness, right? But going to a HBCU, I feel like it teaches you how to be unapologetically black yet professional. So it's like you know how to maneuver into that, like into this new realm of the workforce, like confident and knowing your worth without saying like, oh, I don't really want to ruffle feathers. It's like, nah, I know my worth. I'm also gonna be respectful, but it's like I had that love for that 4 years where it's like I was just me, you know what I'm saying? Not just staying like that. And I mean, it's not the only choice. I would suggest that all African American students go to a HBCU, but not necessarily for your bachelor's. You can go for your master's or anything. It's still going to be the same culture. I just feel like it's a good experience for our people,
awesome.
really. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you think there's any, like, I heard you talk about going into the workforce. Do you think there's any cons to that? Like, for an example, do you watch the show, the Kenya Burris story, Blackish? Do you watch Blackish at all?
Yeah,
right.
I do.
So I don't know if you remember, there was an episode where he is like talking about like what it means like to be black in the workplace, and they talk about HBCUs and stuff like that. And he came to the realization that it's sort of like being, like I talked about before, like being in this culture and being just surrounded around like black people, like he sort of lost sight of some other things and some other issues that once he got into the workforce, he had to sort of like relearn in a way.
Yeah. I mean, the only hindrance kind of is like and not all HBCUs are like this, but I feel that when you go to that big name school, the PWI, for lack of better terms, like the alumni.
PWI, what's that?
A predominantly white institution.
Oh, that's an HBCU term. Yo, drop that shit again. A what?
A PWI. Bro.
What the fuck is that? Yo, I should have went. I should have went to Morgan State. That was a PWI, bro.
I mean, it's not
again?
Too late, bro.
Say that again. I don't know if I was screaming and people didn't hear it. What'd you say?
PWI, predominantly white institution. That's not it's not a shade or anything. Like, that's just the facts. And we HBCUs, you know what I'm saying? It's just the fact of the matter. But I forgot what we was on. What track was we on?
I was asking you about like certain cons, or because we talked about a lot of the pros in HBCUs. Yeah. So we're talking about, is there any cons that you've seen or you've heard people who got into the workforce and they've seen, or?
Yeah. So that's why. So schools like PWIs or like the alumni is very like is very much so strong to the point where like you're going to these Fortune 500 companies and it's like, oh, you're a Berkeley man, you're like, you know what I'm saying? They come and you get that connection. Whereas we have those connections, is just growing slower than these schools has been around for long, like since the inception, But from that, just having that network and having people, like if you go to if you go to my school's career fair, it'll be like 30 companies and they're all local to Petersburg, Virginia. And I mean, but if you if I go up the street to BCU, they got every company, you know what I'm saying? That's just, that's not a black or white thing. It's just the resources. It's just the amount of time and the relations that they built. So, I mean, that's one thing that I'd like to change, I like to change, but I see it as a con because not everybody's motivated enough to say, oh yeah, I'm going to this conference because I'm getting a job, or I'm getting this internship. Not saying we need to hold anybody's hand, but
in the same way, I see what you mean. Like the resources need to be there. Like there need to be more resources. So for those kids who have that battery pack in their back, they want to go out. They're not just looking at the local black businesses. Like, yeah, of course you want to build those businesses up too, but you also want to see different avenues and different resources and different job opportunities. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking those companies that came and actually took the time out of their day. It's just that, you know, if there's something more out there, you should shoot for it. You know what I'm saying? Not just leave certain things on the table, because we're qualified. I wouldn't. A lot of people think that because you go to an HBCU, yeah, our resources is lower, but I feel like we are all qualified candidates. Like, it's not just, you're not going to say, yeah, we may not have the same amount of lab space as a bigger school, but we also have that motivation and that drive from our professors to say, like, you need to do better, you need to do this, that, and the third. Even if you can't physically do it, you're going to read up on it, so when you get into that setting, you don't look stupid, you know? So that's a con that
So my first question is, what do you like recommend for kids who are going into, who are starting their educational journey at an HBCU? What would be your advice to get more resources, or like, how would you sort of navigate that? Like, would you always look out like externally? Like, how would you tell them to navigate that?
Even not just HBCUs, any school, go to your career center. Because as a freshman, you go to your career advisor, or you go to the career advisor, and most of the time it's in the library. You make a relationship with those people, they'll be literally ringing your phone off the hook, talking about, I have this internship here, I have this internship here, whatever. And they have the opportunities for people. People just kind of get lost in why they're at school. Like, they kind of lose that sight. And I mean, you can't fault them for that, because
that's any
college
school.
Is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? College is really,
it's fun.
It's 75% finding yourself and 25% the work. Like, it's not necessarily like crazy. It's like just like finding balance.
Buckle down, dude. I gotta buckle down. Like, I mean, just to digress for a little bit. Going to Danbury High School was, I mean, ginormous. So I feel like that sort of prepared us in a different way, I would like to say, for college. Like, I got to college and I was like, why y'all going crazy partying? Or I'm like, what do you mean, like, oh, like, y'all don't know how to buckle down? Like, basically saying the party isn't gonna miss you. It's always gonna be there. But I feel like just how we went to high school and the things we've done, it's like, okay, yeah, like, it's always gonna be there.
Here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my work done. You know what I'm saying? Or even like, just to go off of that, I mean, people say like my school is maybe 1,000 more people than DHS. Like, it's not really that much bigger, really. So, I mean, like, walking around.
But they got like, baddies, though. They got baddies.
Upside down.
Oh, for real? Okay, what you got? You got your little ting? You got you a black queen?
Yeah, you know.
Heard you.
Princess.
Heard you. I need me one of them. I want her to look just like me. Sorry, I'm joking. I want us to think two cinnamon rolls walked in together. I'm clowning. I'm clowning, but dope. Yeah. So just to keep going with the HBCU thing, how was like the relationship with your professors? Like, do you think it was sort of like having like a big brother, or like sort of a dad or a grandpa there, or like, was it like did you relate more to them?
Freshman year, I'm gonna say yes, but being in the engineering field, like, my teachers, they're not black, or like they don't like, they don't look at, like, not saying, but yeah, all the teachers aren't black at HBCU, so it's like,
oh, true, yeah,
they don't have that same connection. It's more like, do your work, and a lot of your freshman year classes is more like the nurturing, older, like, you have the mentor, the people who say, oh yeah, call me your auntie, call me your uncle, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, that make you want to stay. And this isn't the case for all HBCU, but my personal experience, when you get further into as an engineer at HBCU, the further you get in, your teachers don't really look like
more
you,
white.
You know,
you could say it. They get more
white,
WI-ish.
No, come on, I'm not using that shit, but
that's a slur. That's a slur, dude.
That's not a slur.
That's low key. That's a slur. Like, I'm about to go to my Aunt Karen and be like, you fucking PWI. I'm joking. I'm about to go to everybody. I'm about to start texting white people, you PWIs. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I'm like, look it up. I'm about to start slurring. Yo.
Nah, man. And maybe that term is used more like freely in Virginia because we have a good balance between it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just us using that. Like, we didn't make that up.
That shit. That's wild.
We didn't make that up in the calf one day or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But
oh no, that's an actual term they use like academically. You're saying?
Yeah. It's not just like a thing we made up. Like, yeah, let's make this hashtag. You feel me? I'm not.
Hashtag PWI. That's a good one, bro. You should start like a Twitter thing. Hashtag.
For what? Nah.
Hashtag PWI. So we know everything about you going to school, and again, super proud of you. That's phenomenal. But what do you plan to be like your impact? Like, what do you want to do next? Like, what's your plan?
Really, I want to focus on just getting my career going and having a successful career. But I do want to give back to not just my community being Danbury, my community being the African American community, because I feel like just to get back on Danbury, like it's a lot of people here that poured into me. So it's like I can't turn my back on that. Even though I'm gonna be a ways away, I always gotta respect where I came from, you know what I'm saying? Even if like over these last 4 years I did kind of like step away, kind of go ghost, but like I feel like I kind of like
you were gone. You were gone.
Yeah, like I mean, but I had to do that, you know what I'm saying? I had to like focus on, I had to get stuff done. Like this is my first summer really being home and like saying like, yeah, like let me actually go out and like link back up with people. Like it was great seeing you at the protest, just seeing people that, you know what I'm saying? It's just great seeing people that you grew up with. And so in the next 2 years, maybe a year, I definitely want to just start doing more service projects up here, wherever I'm living. And just, you know, just give back, you know, just do my part.
Absolutely, dude. That's so dope. I mean, because I look at it like with that background, we need more of that here. I think that you've probably seen it a lot down there, like service projects and stuff like that. But like as you move to Virginia, like how was the culture there? Like how are you gonna start like adulting? Like how is that process gonna go for you?
I mean, it's definitely gonna be a little bit easier, I feel like, because I'm actually I'm rooming with one of my fraternity brothers, so it's like we kind of not figuring. He kind of been out there for a little bit. Hey, chill, dog. I thought that. Come
on. No affiliation. Let me stop before I get jumped.
Yeah, bro.
I start throwing up gang signs. It's like, no, stop. I can't say that shit wearing a pink shirt. This isn't even my shirt. This is Vision. This is the design. I don't wear pink. Only on Wednesdays.
Nope. Keep it real.
Nah, do you remember that teacher who used to wear pink on Wednesdays? What was his name?
Coletti?
Nah, Coletti did it too. I think it was Ray. Ray used to wear pink on Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, Ray.
Yeah.
Nah, he's up in upstate now.
Oh, word?
He was cool with my sister. Yeah, he works on the college camp. I think Binghamton. He worked up in Binghamton.
Okay. I know some had.
Yeah, but I think I'm not sure what he's doing though.
God bless him though. God bless him. But yeah, so like you say you're moving with your fraternity brother. Is it like the same frat house you're gonna be in, or like what?
No, like he got a job. He has a job up in the same area as me, at CGI. So he's gonna be consulting, and then I work in North of Grumman down the street, and then we got an apartment together to kind of save money for a little bit and just build. So that made it it made it way easier because now I just have to focus on my work, you know.
That's dope. That's dope. So how was it like being a part of like a black frat, right? I want to always emphasize that because there may be different things that happen, right?
Yeah.
Do you see anything that was different from like how you saw it on TV that you're like, oh, this is completely not even what it is, or like how was that?
I mean, with my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, my father, my father and my uncle are both members. So like, I grew up around it.
Legacy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a legacy. So I definitely saw it growing up. I didn't become interested into them tours though, because a lot of our tour guys were like a part of the fraternity, but like they were the bros, and it seemed like they was always like out there, like they were leaders on the campus. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen the younger side of it, it was more like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. But when I was here, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But like when I was younger, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But it's like I just thought it was like an older, yeah, we doing community service and stuff like that. But now that I'm in it, it's like
you didn't want to do you didn't want to do no community service.
Nah,
you didn't want to give back to the community, dog. What the fuck?
No, like you know when your parents do stuff, it's like
fuck the kids. Yeah,
nah, you do it, but you don't know why you're doing it. It's just because your parents, like, that's how they raise you.
Chases is savage. Like, you don't want to bag groceries with old people. That's wild.
Nah, man, that's not wild. Bro.
That's wild.
Now I got a whole nother perspective on it now, like being a member though. But it's definitely been something I always wanted to do.
Yeah. So like you kind of just knew growing up, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it eventually. Like you just knew as soon as you go to college, you were gonna do it.
It was like middle school, like yeah, I'm gonna do it, like because you come around, like my father's chapter brothers, and like they're like, oh, you gonna play, like you gonna do this, you gonna do that.
Oh, it's pressure. It was pressure. Yeah.
It's not like it's pressure. Like you're not knowing what they're about for real. But then when we went on that college tour, it was reinforced. Like, nah, this is tough. Like, I want to do this. Like,
no, VSU was a beautiful campus too.
Yeah, like it definitely it heightened that. Like, it gave me that more motivation. Like, nah, this is what I want to align myself with. Omega Psi Phi to the day I die.
Say it. Omega Psi Phi till I die. I know y'all be marching and shit. I know y'all be getting that off. Omega Psi Phi till I die. Omega, yeah. I'm about to pledge. Fuck it. I got one more year left. I got one more year. I might go to a P. Yo, I'm gonna fuck up the shit. I'm gonna go to a PWI and pledge to a black frat.
You know what I'm saying? Go get it. My dad pledged that.
You can't lose. You can't lose. You can't lose, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'd fuck with that.
My pop. Wait. But where you go to school at first? My pops went to Iona. I know that's like in the same.
Oh yeah. Iona's literally. I'm on the other side at Mercy. So Iona's like on the east side of Westchester, and then Mercy's on the left side towards New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
It's like 30 minutes away.
Yeah, like I remember because his chapter's down there, so it's like they used to host stuff on Mercy, like a scholarship breakfast, but I knew you was down there. I knew the area, but I just didn't know the schools like that.
Omega Psi Phi. Well, hey man, I might have to look into it. I've never, been a frat guy, but why not? You only live once. So what's your guys' thing? Like tell me about the frat. What's your guy? Some frats are, about education and reading, like blah blah blah. Like, what's your guys' shtick, I should say?
Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated was founded November 17th, 1911 on Howard University's campus, with the 4 cardinal principles being manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. And these are the principles that you could walk with any day in life. So you're always a man first. Scholarship is always always important to you. You persevere through hard times, and never forget to uplift. Never forget to reach your hand back and help those behind you that may have been there for you when you were at those lower or darker times. It's really just it's a really good fraternity, as in the motto being friendship is essential to the soul. You always need a friend. You can make it through.
Oh, say that again.
When you have a friend.
The what?
Friendship is essential to the soul.
Is what?
Is essential to the soul. So, I mean, you can make it through anything with that motto, saying like, you may lose a family member, you may lose your mother, your father, but as long as you have the ability to make a friend, you'll always be okay. And a lot of people flip that to say, oh, you're buying friends. No, I'm not buying friends. I'm aligning myself with like-minded people that I feel that I could build with. I wouldn't necessarily, you buy a lot of things. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why that may be somebody's hindrance towards fraternities, especially in our community as African Americans. We're not devil worshippers or anything. Omega Psi Phi is a Christian-based fraternity. And it's really just about uplifting others around us and lifting as we climb.
Lifting as we climb, dude. That is awesome. You kind of just like sold me a little bit. Poquito. A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Un poquito.
Just look into it, man. You know, they say we here, man.
I don't know. I don't want to buy friends. It's like, no, I'm fucking with you. No, but that was definitely a thing that a lot of dudes talked about even on my campus, because we have a Groove. It's a social fellowship, but they treat it like a frat, I believe. So like they have one there, but I definitely think like just that magic of being at an HBCU and having a frat and those group of brothers. Like I see you, I see the pictures you post and stuff like that. I was like, that's beautiful. Like even when we visited FAMU, do you remember when we visited FAMU? And they were stepping and stuff. And I was just like, yo, like that's dope, bro.
But it's still, I mean, it's not just that HBCUs. It's still the same. It's still the same thing,
everywhere.
The same essence on a PWI. And sometimes another pro about non-HBCU.
Okay.
I'm not going to disrespect non-HBCU campuses.
No, say the PWI, bro. I'm personally making it a slur, but it's not a slur.
All right. So on PWI campuses, sometimes like the Divine Nine. So you know all the Black fraternities and sororities, right? So a lot of times on PWIs, the bond between the 9 organizations, like we may all throw slurs at each other, but on PWIs, because it's a smaller group of you, like all of us are service-based organizations, so you may really find your niche and really like have that bond regardless of the organization that you're in, because you guys feel like, well, the Divine Nine on a PWI campus feel like you're not just showing out for your organization, you're showing out for the Black community, and you guys are the leaders in the Black community in that realm. Whereas on a HBCU campus, we're more prone to tradition and sticking to ourselves. Sometimes we can be divided, but it's still the same love. It's still the same love. It's just that because it's more common, the pool of people that want to be a part of these organizations, we can kind of do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's one pro about actually joining.
It's more individualism. I feel like that's what we sort of began the conversation with, is the fact that, like what you said, even choosing an HBCU, it was more individualism. You can just be you. You know what I mean? You don't have to, like on the PWI, you're saying it's less. So like naturally, you're just gonna come together. I mean, straight up.
Regardless, like you're gonna come together because like y'all all preaching the same. Like if you see an injustice on the campus, I'm a Q. I'm gonna go get the Deltas. Deltas gonna go get somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And y'all all gonna find y'all way together to like fight against that instead of y'all fighting 9 different battles. Just fight one as a collective
together.
Group. Versus where we can kind of on an HBCU campus in our communities, I guess we could say, oh yeah, the Omegas is doing something in Richmond. We're going to go clean up parks in Richmond. The Deltas is saying, we going down to Chesterfield and we're going to go hand out books to elementary schools. Sigma's is going to go here. Kappa's going to go there. Like everybody's doing their own thing, but the impact is still grand. Yeah, because we're all doing service. It's just the communication between the two isn't. I'm not saying that's not needed, but it's not as prevalent as it would be because we can be in our own realm, you know.
So what role do you think that fraternities, especially Black fraternities and sororities, have in changing this racial divide? Like, what role can they play?
I feel that we are a strong like focal point. Like we use our platforms to talk about to better our communities. That's really the goals that we should all have. Not saying that we are the only ones to speak up, because you have like movements like Black Lives Matter, Black Trans Lives Matter, and things like that. And everybody wants to give back in their own way. So we want to step up. A lot of my brothers have been on the front lines. I've seen a lot of other organizations out there on the front lines protesting. But we all are able to like complete our mission. So I feel like my organization, we play a pivotal role in the development of like young men's lives, because we go out and we teach young men like how to really be a man coming up in America, like through all of these triumphs, and knowing that you're loved. You know what I'm saying? Just showing you that like how to be a man or how to carry yourself. We also are very prevalent on the protection of womanhood. So if we cherish our Black women, we cherish women in general. The only thing that's more important than friendship is motherhood, and I truthfully believe that, because they make the greatest sacrifice. But
absolutely,
that's I just feel like it's in our DNA to complete our missions in different ways. You know what I'm saying? But we all have a voice.
No, absolutely. And so just to sort of focus in on that, are you guys like, will you now begin to, or have in the past, like along with teaching them how to be a man, saying, okay, here are the problems, this is how you vote. You know what I mean? This is how you vote. This is how you enact change, find whoever's your local people, whatever. And this is how you really start to do it. Is that part of the education?
Yeah, we nationally, we have mandated programs. So we do like health initiatives. We do voters registrations. We also do a talent hunt for high school students. So we go out and just allow them to express themselves freely in the art fields. We host blood drives. We do host voter registration rallies. It's just it's a list of programs that we feel can better educate and just better improve our community. And everybody has to complete these programs. Like, if we really want to see the change, we have to be the change.
Absolutely. One last question. One last thing. Do you guys tell Black people to vote democratically?
No. I mean, I don't personally, I never had anybody go out there and just say like, yo, we voting Democrats. We want you to register to vote, because there's a lot of African-American votes that are just sitting out there, but we're telling you to register to vote and hoping that you want to vote for the change you want to see. I'm not in charge of telling you the change that you want to see.
PIP, no, I really just asked that question because I feel as though, don't want the Black to vote to be taken for granted in any way. But I'm definitely on the PIP, the personal interest party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What makes sense for you? How are your pockets looking?
Yeah, like I can't say what you want to vote. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you who to vote for. I mean, like if you have different views, I'm not telling you to register to vote to go in there and vote blindly. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have the program is actually called Voters Registration, Education, and Mobilization. So we're educating you on the importance to vote. We want you to register because your vote is important. And we mobilize ourselves by saying, hey, are you registered or whatever? Of course, we can't decide what you vote, though.
Awesome, dude. Well, where can the people find you? Thank you for coming on. Like, let us know, dude. What's up with you? Any projects, any platforms?
No problem. I'm definitely trying to start a scholarship in the next few months. So just be on the lookout for that, just so I can just start my impact there.
Let me know. Reach out. We'll definitely promote it.
Appreciate it, man. I mean, it's a few of us trying to get together to give back to Denver High School, trying to get that strong presence back into our community.
Oh, what are you gonna name it?
I'm not sure yet. If you want to get on, I mean, I've been talking to more people like Dominique Scott.
Yeah, it's my cousin. Absolutely.
Like we all been talking about getting this done. So it's like we just want to we're gonna get up soon and actually get stuff working.
No, dude, let me know. Like whatever stuff you have to take, like let me know. I'll get some PWI white people to come and donate.
Man. I mean, more support.
Like, whatever we need, bro. Like, we can talk to them. No, definitely. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Chase, for coming up here, bro. I really appreciate it. Again, you're an inspiration, not just Black people, but just men in general. This is how you really grow from your city and go and chase your dreams and make it work. And me personally, thank you for being you, bro. Like, that's really it. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro, man. Appreciate you bringing me on the show, man. I'm glad that you got this platform up and going, man.
Thank you.
This ain't your only plan, but it's the plan you make it work, man.
It's the plan we make it work. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Always Vision. Yeah, dude. Always. Visit Vision Design. Thank you, Law, for the beats. We've got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. Follow Chase Joseph on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Chase_J88. Same on Twitter. Same thing.
Same everywhere. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.